I've come to defeat something. Went silent and just cut to like the cutscene because me and Carson made different choices literally just to show off the difference. Not that there is much of a difference in my game because I made Palkia. My main Pokemon, Dialga's my boss battle. Now, the difference between the two, and we talked a bit about this, but this is where it becomes more applicable. Dialga is a Dragon Steel type, so it's only weak to ground and fighting. Dialga is slower than Palkia, but they hit basically just as hard as each other. And they have slightly different music cues. Now, these forms are a little bit different stat-wise, and I don't remember these forms off the top of my head. I'm gonna try to... Oh, fuck. Damn it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, duh, Most of this commentary is gonna be commentary. It's gonna be me screaming. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn it. Oh. Damn it. Okay. Now, thankfully, because of the way this works, if you just kind of circle around it, I'm almost dead. Damn it. It's just the wave attack that was catching me off guard. You two and the Draco Meteors? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ooh. Almost. Wave. 1, 2, 3. If I lose. Ah! Send in a Pokemon to do battle. I got it right at the end. Come on. Come on, you stupid sorter. Strong style. Come on. Okay, yeah. That's fine. This is fine. But I love you. Yes! Fuck you, buddy! First fucking try! Yeah, baby! Woo! Woo! Cracked out starter lived roar of time! Jesus Christ. Okay. I know most of my commentary was screaming, but like... Oh. Almost lost because I was just mistiming the energy wave attack. Take that, you jerk! Man, stupid Yoga. Fool. That is the one thing about triple arrows. It technically doesn't do damage. However, it knocked Dialga's stats out, and then the other triple arrows finished it off, and I lived Roar of Time again. If I'm leaving my own shit in before maybe showing the alternate cutscene, I might cut back the cards, I might not, but Dialga is only weak to fighting and ground. Palkia is only weak to fairy and dragon, but dragon beats dragon, however, steel resist dragon, so dragon steel, like the Goodra, would only take super effective ground and fighting damage, meaning earth power. If you fight Palkia and want a slightly easier time, Togekiss is pretty good because you can avoid ground damage and you neutralize dragon, and that would force it to use water. Even fighting Dialga, Gastrodon's okay, because you can use ground and absorb, like, you resist steel, and that would force it to use dragon. Or you could try to raise up the Palkia or Dialga and just try to hit the other one, but I think Dialga fights Palkia a little bit easier. Just by proxy. Now, in the boss fight, they're almost identical attack-wise, thank fuck. They just have different type weaknesses. As shown by hitting Dialga with fighting damage, and it said super effective. And the one thing about Roar of Time, I believe even in Legends, Roar of Time gives you a negative penalty. So if you do like I did, Dialga can be a little bit easier if you survive, because you can follow up. If you want to attack it, that is. If you don't, like, I mean, I nearly kill it without attacking with my Pokemon. But then right at the end, I was like, fuck it, if I can just catch this, I win. If I'm leaving my commentary, they're similar bosses, but they have different weaknesses and slightly different stats. Out of Palkia and Dialga, I've always preferred Dialga because I think Steel Dragon is a better typing than Water Dragon, because Steel Dragon doesn't take super effective Dragon or Fairy damage. But by the same token, Palkia is only weak to Dragon and Fairy. So it's not like Palkia has more weaknesses. I just like a Dragon type that doesn't have Dragon's common weaknesses. Booyah.
Yeah, I have space and time to rewrite reality.
So yeah, they're slightly differing boss fights because they have slightly differing weaknesses.
Though, while they, do have slightly different weaknesses, a funny thing, well, like, Palkia still has Earth power, and it's like going with Dialga, and by that I mean you pick Dialga, probably is easier, because when you get there, like, with having the Palkia and shit, it's one of those, the game is probably going to click Roar of Time on your ass. And that's kind of stupid. Unless you use, something else, which, based on its, moves and shit. Now it's one of those that's not entirely perfect, but, Togekiss is actually an okay counter or to Palkia because you're immune to Earth Power and the Dragon move, meaning at that point the game would have to spam water.
Well, remember, I chose Palkia, so I'd be fighting the Dialga.
Yeah.
So Togekiss would be vulnerable to Steel.
But you would be immune to Dragon, though that's a funny thing of Goodra, other than the Earth Power, Goodra's actually an okay counter to Dialga.
As is Gastrodon, just by the squishiness of it all.
And the fact that you resist Steel.
Mm-hmm. Or that broken-ass, cracked-out starter I have. Because I'm using the event starters.
The point... the point is if you have, something that resists Steel, that you're okay. It should be okay, though the funny thing is, I have to go look at the forms later. I think the Dialga form is slightly slower, so you could also just have something that outspeeds and you just blow it up with a fighting move or whatever.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Okay, so that does confirm the one thing.
Okay.
We were really close to this.
I figured we were really close to this.
Because they did this weird thing. And it's funny, because kind of the most infamous part of this game is technically the post-game and true ending.
And I feel like the reason that shit is optional is because if you had to fight that legitimately, especially because I'm pretty sure that it has a 20 or so level spike from I think where I am, and now, if not 20, it's 10 or 15, people would probably complain about that being a horseshit final boss. And so that's the basic ending.
Yes. Cause I knew we were close to this. We can keep recording, but...
try to keep recording for a bit, but if we get to that fight, we are stopping there.
Yes.
Even if even if the recording is only an hour and a half in total, if we get to that fight, I am stopping.
Because... And I get why they split the game how they did, but I do kind of agree with people that it is a little...
I will admit it is weird, but because that one fight is horseshit and we'll probably complain about it, I'm glad they split it here so you can technically get an ending without having to go through that horseshit difficulty spike.
Oh no, we'll get there. Unfortunately, we will get...
And now we got into the end of this game, I can finally say, I've been waiting to say this, that would be rather obvious. I don't really like this game. And not only do I not really like it, I am frustrated that stupid people think this is an improvement. Because I will be blunt about that, and it's not like I've held off this point. I've been very vocal about this. If someone thinks that this game's battle system is an improvement, you are wrong, and I'm sorry, that tells me you do not want to engage with Pokemon's mechanics.
Yeah.
Because this game has literally, objectively, stripped out several fucking mechanics to create its battle system. It is objectively inferior, because it just has less to it. And that's also how this game creates its difficulty, is it just removes your fucking options. And I feel if you have to literally take shit away from the player to create difficulty, that is not good difficulty balancing.
Because they did something different, but stripped out a lot of the nuance of Pokemon. Which is funny, because in hanging out in a bunch of streams of people experiencing Pokemon for the first time, or experiencing Pokemon after not playing it for years. And this is really interesting and funny. I noticed, because... And this is such a subtle thing, but people getting kind of annoyed at me bringing it up or acting like this isn't as important as I was making it out to be. I would constantly say, dude, check your ability, to a bunch of different streamers and varying degrees of people would kind of give me this look of, why do these abilities matter? I don't get why you're so hung up on this. And it really takes sort of forcing people to use an ability and kind of realize...
Your Arceus is being... Oh yeah, I forgot we had a god on speed dial. Seek out all
Pokemon. Which is also why they split the game.
Yes. I kind of forgot about the Arc phone for like 5 minutes. Honestly.
It's because in order to technically get to that infamous thing, we kind of have to play what I will be, like, really cynical about. And I kind of want to, and if we slow down, like we kind of did with some other shit, and I am going to likely say this, depending on if I extend it to here.
Like I said, I'm going to keep going, because how long was that?
It's only been 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going until we hit a wall.
We are now at, and this is the dumb part, and this is something that I feel we kind of can't completely skip. Carson already kind of...
First, might as well just check, because...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pure neutral, fine.
Carson already kind of bypassed one or two evolutions. But when they say seek all Pokemon, to really get deep into the post-game, you do kind of need, and it seems to be why they split this the way that they did.
That's why I said I am literally going until that I hit some type of like wall or something where I cannot proceed.
You kind of need to start. I think you need to see every Pokemon. Let's see what they said, and then I can make a wider point on.
Current state of the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's why they split this the way that they did.
Of course.
Because when you get to the post game, you can go catch some legendaries because you literally have to see every Pokemon. You need to complete the Pokedex. It's kind of an homage to the old Gen 4 where you have to like see everything.
Meaning if there are like only some legendaries, those might be the shit knockout for this recording, and the next recording is going to just be a bunch of like off-screen grinding of everything.
Maybe a recording or two to show some of that, because like there are one or two Pokemon I kind of wanted to get on recording because you skipped one or two things.
Well, like when I did that off-screen like grinding, I didn't. Most of what I did was catch or fill in things. That was like why I showed Weirdeer. That was one of the only
ones.
That was like one of the only things.
And that is literally Weirdeer's evolution is quite literally bash your head into things.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, that was the camera angle for a second. I thought he was on the bridge.
Hey, bud.
It's like just going to go to quickly like show besides them you have it's like there are the three and it's like there's the weird area and it's like you can see it. I don't really have a lot of things like that are super like evolved. If something in here is like evolved, it would be something like it would basically be something that's just a standard evolution, like the Yan Mega or whatever. Because I hadn't really evolved a lot of things to fill in the Pokemon.
And because of how this game works, more specifically because of the research tasks, and the way it's set up where it's kind of its own thing, and because of how they let you get other shit, you kind of have to, quite literally, catch them all. Because this is a self-contained game. And this is why it splits in the way that it did. And depending on how I'm cutting this, and what I was going to say, and if I feel like I can't cut this well enough, and I will probably, in editing, if this ends up being tacked on to the first credits, because this post-game is a little bit different from other Pokemon games, because this is a little self-contained story game, unlike some other recordings we were doing where I said the post-game stuff might be a hard maybe, if I feel like I need to awkwardly stop the Pokemon for just a little bit and put some other stuff in the rotation, we will come back and finish this. But if that was set in an in-slate, that's specifically because I didn't use this footage.
That's why I said I'm like going until I hit some type of hard wall of the game, literally pointing out that I have to.
Because this is kind of a post-game I want to talk about because of the one thing. Because, that one thing is bullshit. Oh, so bullshit.
Wonder what these could mean.
Arceus. Doesn't.
Has a nice ring to it. The arc font starts going off.
That name does have a nice ring to it. Boop, boop, boop.
How does Arceus even use a font? It doesn't have thumbs.
My soaps.
Oh, there is text engraved on the back of these. It's his foot. His foot was like lightly twitching. Oh, wait. No. Just over there.
Because before you kind of build to...
I know this shit's going to take a minute to realize this recording will have, more to it.
Yeah. I knew we were close to the first credit roll. It's why I said if I need to, in editing, because we got the first credit roll, I can split this post-game slightly differently. Because a few other projects with the post-game being kind of obnoxious, I had sort of...
As soon as Munchlax started running off, you heard the quest ping.
Yeah.
God damn it, game! Do not make me chase this Munchlax around. You only get to pull that crap once with that guy's spiel. No.
Man. Oh, God's calling.
God's calling. Creating you was a mistake. The Munchlax just moves out of existence.
Ma?
So do we have to go to the links and now for...
No. First thing is what the phone is pointing with her Munchlax. You go there. The reason that they kind of split this... See?
No.
You could even get some extra side quests in the post game and stuff. The way that the post game works, and it is kind of why they split it the way that they did. But in editing, if I need to, I can show, the main credits, and the post game can be later. Because technically, because it annoys me, and I will make a joke about this until I finally decide to one day go back and get some extra footage, I technically never showed certain post-game things in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because I don't like the old style of competitive mode, because I'm sorry, that's not a mode of skill, it is a mode of luck. And if we're going to play that legitimately, I'm going to just need a cheat sheet to look at exactly what Pokemon somebody has, and literally realize, oh, this guy's Alakazam has the coverage to kill me. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, to end off the main portion of the Let's Play, I'm going to ask 2 questions. So, first off, what is your opinion on the battle with the Origin form Dialga? In my opinion, this fight is a little bit more difficult than the battle with Origin form Palkia, simply because I feel a good Fairy type counters the Origin form Palkia incredibly well, especially if you use Togekiss. But Dialga has Steel Stab, so Dialga can counter Fairy types overall pretty easily. So I think the Dialga fight is a little bit more difficult. And now it's time for my second question. So, what is your overall opinion on the main story portion of the Let's Play? Overall, I think it went well enough, even though me and Carson basically do not like this game. And as I said in this part, I'm probably going to stop this Let's Play for a tiny bit, and then me and Carson will return to the Let's Play after doing a bit of grinding so that we can show off the one infamous battle that we wanted to talk about. And then we will likely take another break in order to get the miscellaneous Pokemon we don't have. And then we will go do the true ending, since you basically need to complete the Pokedex in order to reach that point. So the Let's Play will likely stop for now, so that we can basically grind up some experience in order to level up enough to make the final few things in this game infinitely easier. But for now, we basically are stopping. And then, even when we return to show off the one battle, we will likely also stop a bit so that we can grind up the Pokedex in order to get to that last thing and technically end off the game for real. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.